Hello everyone, today we're looking at the Tamiya Nissan Skyline R32 GTR. So let's see exactly what is in the box. Now this is another fantastic offering from Tamiya. You do of course get full engine detail on this one. So we'll start off by showing you the body. Here you have it. A few mould lines on there you can see. Very, very nice indeed this is. You know, nice mouldings, especially on the door handles there. You've got two little holes for the spoiler, which is nice. You don't actually get that on the Fujimi kits. But yeah, that is very, very nice indeed. Lovely details on there. Mould lines again, they're on the edges of the bumpers there. And there you have it. Now when you buy these kits, guys, you've got to be careful of the A-pillars because they can sort of bend. You can sort of see that this is slightly out of shape, but you know, just be careful when you manipulate that to fix that. Now, clear parts. We'll go from this end. Are they sealed? No, they're not actually. I will quickly take these out for you. I don't know why I've unsealed these, but there you go. You've got your front lights there. Front indicators, which is separate, which is nice. The rear lights, and then you've got the option of having a clear bonnet if you want, which is quite cool if you go to the, you know, the detailing route. Rear lights there, and then you've of course got your window parts, which are all one piece. Now your decals, just a few on here. You've got the JDM plates, Skyline GTR ones, and then you've got the dials and a couple of little GT ones, or you know, GTR ones for you to put on the side, and then also some centre caps as well, and a couple of little dial ones as well, which is a nice touch. I like that. Now on to the rest of your kit. We'll go on to this sprue here, which is mainly your interior bits and a few engine bits. Actually, it's sort of scattered all over really. There you've got like the reservoir bits in there for the, I'm rubbish with mechanical bits, but you know what I mean. That looks like a radiator pipe. You've got the handbrake, gear shifter, radiator fan, number plates and the steering wheel. Then you've also got the rear spoiler. All moulded in sort of a very nice gunmetal colour, which actually makes life much easier for me to show you. There's a few sink marks in there which, you know, I'd have thought the seats would mainly cover up, but maybe not that bit, you know, at the back there. You'll have to, you know, put a bit of putty on that, sand it, make it look sexy. And there is of course your interior details. Not a huge amount of detail on the door cards, but there's a few sink marks. There's actually 3 on there, which are quite bad. I mean, if you're going to flock it, it's not going to be too bad, but I still would, you know, fill those in a little bit. Now, your seats. There are a few holes at the back there actually to fill in, and again some, you know, ejector pin marks that you'll need to sand off as well. Front of those seats are here. They are very nice seats, really nicely moulded. There is your front sort of hubs that will attach to the brakes. You've got the wing mirrors, manifolds and turbos which lack a bit of detail if I'm honest. You know, they could be a lot better, but alright to build it out of the box. You don't actually see them that well, but if you want to go, like, you know, like the huge single turbo route, you could easily do that. Now I've put the tyres on the wheels for you, to show you. We'll start from this end. Tray for underneath the subframe. You've got part of the grille for the bumper, and then your standard exhaust system, all in one big piece. Your dashboard, you'll see there where the dial decals go. You know, it's quite nice, pearls as well, a little bit of flash here and there, but nothing major. There is of course your fan, or fan radiator surround, and here are your wheels. Now I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I think the R32 GTR is one of the rare cars that just looks brilliant standard. Doesn't really need anything doing to it, but you could upgrade the wheels if you wish, of course. There's the rear fuel tank. Here we've got the rear wiper and the battery, and then your disc brakes. Front and rear with some nice Nissan detailing on the calipers. And your final sprue. Considering this is a Tamiya kit which is full open, there's not actually, well, I say full open, you know what I mean, you know, engine detail, there's not actually an awful lot of sprues. Not that it's a bad thing, but now I'll actually show you this part, which is of course your engine bay, nicely detailed. You could go a bit more in terms of maybe the firewall details and, you know, around the strut areas. But now I'll flip this over because all the detail is on the other side. Right, we'll go from this end. Wipers, suspension pieces, and then you've got your fans, anti-roll bar. These are all parts of the suspension. Those bits are for the rear, the other bits are for the front. You've got the inlet manifold, the airbox, steering arm, the engine cover, steering column, another part of the engine, and then you've got the chassis brace, and there is of course your drive shafts and differential and transfer box. One half of the engine block, the other half of the engine block, rear drive shafts and your rear view mirror, and there's your front subframe area. And that is, I have no idea what that is, but I'm pretty sure that's part of this engine area. That might be the mounts actually that hold it, I don't know. And here is of course your chassis. Nothing is moulded in. You've got the points where you can attach the exhaust, or you could make your own one, it's entirely up to you. It is very nice detail. There's a little bit of flash on the edges, but nothing major. And then there's your rear subframe and differential area. And then your suspension parts as well. These bits that I showed you, I thought they were for the, yes they are, sorry, they go underneath that piece. And that is about it, guys. You've got a set of poly caps in there as well. And there is a link in the description if you want to check the instructions out, see how it builds. But yeah, all in all, I can't actually fault the kit. I've seen a lot of these built, some to the extreme where they've opened the doors, you know, gone crazy with the engine bay detail, and there's a lot of, you know, detail sets you can buy from the likes of Hobby Design. They make some huge turbos, or you could even make your own. There's a few tutorials out there online that you can have a look at. But yeah, as far as, I'm going to rate the kit as far as, you know, building it out of the box, I'm going to knock off 1 point for 2 reasons. One, the lack of detail in the turbos and manifold area. It just looks a bit naff really, considering the engine cover looks, you know, immaculate, and just the amount of flash that's on it for a Tamiya kit is quite unusual for a Tamiya kit, but they're very superficial things really. You won't have any problem building this kit, as always. Tamiya quality, they go together perfectly. But yeah, let me know what you think, guys. Have you built one? I'm looking forward to building this. I've really got to finish the builds that I've got on at the minute. I'm actually going to build this pretty much out of the box. I will upgrade the turbo somewhat, you know, custom exhaust, possibly change the wheels, we'll see. And coming up next, we've got the VIP Modular VXS 210 wheels by Aoshima, part of their new VIP wheel range with the stretched tyres, and they're also cambered as well. I'll see you there, guys. Take it easy. Bye bye.